Fubara vs. Wike, has Tinubu killed Nigeria's democracy? Supreme Court silence sparks outrage. Nigeria is at a dangerous crossroads. The clash between Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara and his predecessor, Nyesom Wike, has grown from a local political feud into a national crisis. And at the center of it all is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, whose actions or inactions have raised a frightening question. Has Tinubu killed Nigeria's democracy? Today, on Chinick TV, we will break down the Fubara vs. Wike's power struggle, Tinubu's role in the chaos, and why the silence of the Supreme Court is fueling outrage across Nigeria. Stay tuned, because this is more than just Rivers politics. It is about the survival of democracy itself. The genesis of Fubara vs. Wike's war. To understand the current storm, we must go back to 2023. Nyesom Wike, the political godfather of Rivers State, handpicked Fubara as his successor. Fubara was supposed to be royal, obedient and willing to serve as a puppet governor, while Wike enjoyed life in Abuja as a powerful minister under Tinubu. But things didn't go according to plan. Barely months into office, Fubara began asserting his independence, making decisions without Wike's blessing. Suddenly, Rivers politics turned into a battlefield. Wike allegedly moved to control the state assembly, pushing for impeachment moves against Fubara. Lawmakers loyal to him even tried to remove the governor, leading to chaos, protests, and near breakdown of law and order in Port Harcourt. Tinubu's peace deal, democracy or dictatorship. When the crisis escalated, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu invited both camps to Aso Rock. Instead of defending constitutional democracy, Tinubu imposed what he called a peace deal. But here is the shocking truth. The deal was unconstitutional. It stripped Governor Fubara of his democratic powers, giving Wike and his royalists more control over the state registration and finances. Critics say Tinubu wasn't interested in justice or democracy. He was only protecting his political alliance with Wike. For many Nigerians, this was the moment democracy in Rivers officially died. The Supreme Court silence, but the story doesn't end there. Nigerians expected the judiciary, especially the Supreme Court, to intervene. After all, the Constitution is clear. Governors are elected by the people, not appointed or controlled by political godfathers. Yet, months later, the Supreme Court has remained silent. No ruling, no action, nothing. The silence has sparked outrage. Activists argue that if the highest court in the land cannot protect a sitting governor's mandate, then ordinary citizens have no hope of justice. In the words of one angry lawyer, if Rivers State can fall, the entire federation can fall. Today, it is Fubara. Tomorrow, it could be any governor or even a president, removed by political godfathers. The bigger question, has Tinubu killed democracy? This is where the crisis takes a darker turn. Many Nigerians now ask, is Tinubu using Rivers State as a testing ground for a one-party dictatorship? Remember, Tinubu himself rose to power as a strong man in Lagos. For over 20 years, no governor in Lagos could succeed without his blessing. Now, critics fear he is exporting the same political style nationwide. By siding with Wike and weakening Fubara, Tinubu may have sent a dangerous message that governors, lawmakers, and even the judiciary must all bow to him. And this is why many Nigerians are worried, because if one man can decide who governs a state, then elections are meaningless. Democracy becomes nothing more than a stage play, controlled by godfathers. Outrage from Nigerians. On the streets and online, Nigerians are furious. Social media is on fire with hashtags like #SaveDemocracy and #StandWithFubara. Civil society groups have called Tinubu's peace deal a coup against the Constitution. Religious leaders have also warned that Rivers could explode into violence if democracy continues to be undermined. Even opposition politicians have weighed in. P2B of the Labour Party described the situation as a mockery of democracy. Atiku Abubakar also spoke, warning that Tinubu's style of governance is dragging Nigeria towards authoritarianism. What this means for 2027. But beyond rivers, this crisis has national implications. With the 2027 elections already looming, Tinubu is accused of weakening institutions to secure his second term. If the Supreme Court can remain silent in the face of clear constitutional violations, what will happen when presidential election disputes arise in 2027? Will the judiciary be strong enough to check Tinubu's power, or will Nigeria slide into a one-party state where dissent is crushed? For many Nigerians, Rivers is not just a local story. It is the first warning sign of what might happen in 2027. The way forward. Can democracy be saved? So, is there hope? Yes, but only if Nigerians rise up. The judiciary must wake up and defend the constitution. Civil society must keep protesting and holding leaders accountable. And above all, citizens must refuse to be silenced. History has shown that democracy survives only when the people defend it. From June 12 struggle to EndSARS protests, Nigerians have always stood up when their rights were threatened. The question is, will they stand up again, now that democracy itself is at stake? The battle in Rivers is not just between Fubara and Wike. It is not just about Tinubu or the Supreme Court. It is about Nigeria's soul. Because if democracy dies in Rivers, it could die across the entire nation. And then, the dream of a free Nigeria, governed by the will of the people, will be lost. So, we ask you, has Tinubu killed Nigeria's democracy? Or can the people still rise and save it? Tell us what you think in the comments below. And if you believe in defending Nigeria's democracy, don't just watch. Share this video and join the conversation. This is Chinick TV. Thanks for watching. Stay informed, stay engaged, and above all, stay hopeful.